Am I good enough? Am I good enough? That's one of the things that I hear most often when I talk with pre-meds, pre-health profession people, and I ask them about their fears regarding applying to med school or applying to different, health profession schools and different stuff like that. What constantly comes up is this kind of deep-rooted fear of, am I good enough? And what this really comes down to is worthiness. Am I worthy of this career? Do they perceive me as being worthy of fitting in and making it as a doctor, making it as whatever career you're applying to? And let me tell you from personal experience that if you seek validation for your sense of worth from external sources, from other people, you're going to be disappointed. You have to hold your own internal sense of worth regardless of what your path is inside or outside of medicine, whatever, through the rest of your life may or may not look like. If you continue to sort of seek validation from other people, it's going to be lead down a certain path for you and potentially be heartbreaking. So repeat this after me. I am worthy because I am. Full stop. Just because you're a human being and you're just worthy of being, and you're worthy of enjoying life, and you're worthy of happiness, and you're worthy of having what you want. You have an inherent sense of worthiness. And I get it, you're applying and people are judging you. And there's no denying that when you're going through an application process, that's really intimidating. And it does bring up all these questions of, am I good enough? Am I worthy? But a lot of this conversation centers around the fixed mindset of idea of, am I good enough versus can I become better? And so those are two sort of different operating things of, they're judging me for who I am and the qualities that I have and the fixed qualities I have, and seeing that as a fixed mindset versus a growth mindset of, can I become better? And so if you're lacking confidence in your ability to be admitted and succeed in medicine, hear this. I think far too many of us operate under this fixed mindset of, you have to be a certain intelligence, you have to have the right type of test taking skills, you have to make the right grades, you have to have a bubbly personality, or whatever it is that you feel like are certain qualities of a physician. And I'm here to tell you that those stories, think of those stories if you hear of people being denied and then later admitted, are growth mindsets. They're choosing to believe that their qualities are not fixed. Their intelligence isn't fixed. They're capable of learning. They're capable of growing. They're capable of failing and improving to get where they want to go. And so this means if you're not feeling good enough right now, if you're kind of deep in the rut of applications or looking at whether you want to apply to med school or PA school or pharmacy school or all these different things, look at why you're feeling not good enough. Is it because you need to work to improve? Is it because being judged by whatever metric it is that they're judging you by to get in inherently brings up insecurities in you? And why is that? Is it something that you were always praised for or based your worth on, like being the star or the top student? I think the sooner you view the application process not as a measure of worth, but as a measure of achievement, the sooner you can kind of decouple your inherent worth from the things that you work to achieve on your path to medicine. And I'll talk in another video about confidence and how you can kind of work on your confidence in a field where you constantly feel like you don't know what you're doing. But I really kind of just wanted to break down this idea of being good enough and people constantly questioning and feeling insecure about whether they're good enough to go into a career in medicine. And that really sort of getting them into this weird mind place of not feeling like they have the ability to sort of grow and improve and get better, because that's constantly what you're having to do throughout a career in medicine is you're learning new skills and you're sort of at the bottom of the hierarchy pole in terms of like, I go in and I'm a medical student and then I'm a resident, and you're constantly growing. And so that can really sort of mess with your mind in terms of feeling like you're not good enough, you're not worthy enough, you don't know what you're doing, lacking confidence, all of these different things. And so in terms of just the application process, I sort of wanted to bring up that piece of, why are you not feeling good enough? And can you look at that and realize that you are inherently worthy and good enough? And really it just comes down to a process of working hard enough to get yourself and develop the skills or develop in whatever area you may be sort of lacking in currently to adjust your application or whatever it is that you need to do to get in. So